Hello, good morning.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. It's exactly 8:59 a.m. from my time here. I'm reaching out to you from Lagos, Nigeria. Wherever you might be connecting from all around the world, I welcome everybody who is connected to this online session stroke workshop. This is also coinciding with our interview session, and I welcome everybody who has been invited to be part of this session as a participant. My name is Dele. I will be your main host for this meeting, and I will be calling up some other people who are executives in our organization. Beautiful day today, and it's going to be wow. It's going to be lovely, and to co-anchor with me this morning, I'm going to be having one of the executives in the organization. whose name is Mrs. Odubela Christiana. She's going to be my co-anchor. I'm going to introduce her in a moment. And please, I would like you to appreciate yourself for being part of this meeting. And I want you to register your presence on this meeting by sending a text message to the number that sent you this link. Send a text message to them or a WhatsApp chat now that you're already on the meeting. That will form your registration for this meeting, and they will be able to ascertain that you're already connected. Please do that now in 1 minute as we progress into the section proper. Please do that now in 1 minute as we progress into the session proper. If you have done that and we need to continue, all you need to do is just to give a thumb up. You can do it directly, and you could use your screen icon to just do a thumb up. The first thumb up will indicate that we should continue. Please just give a thumb up if you have done that so we can proceed into the meeting. Thank you very much. Akomolafe Olabisi. All right. This is going to be a workshop that coincides with an interview process. And when the word interview is being mentioned, a lot of people have a misconception as regards what an interview means. But I basically will put it to you today that an interview is a process that is meant to extract facts, a process that is meant to extract informations about another person. So an interview is a standard tool of selection, which is defined as a formal meeting arranged between two parties, the interviewers and the interviewee. And based on the convenience of the interviewer and interviewee, an interview can be organized in different ways and forms. So these are some of the forms in which an interview can be organized. It could be a telephone interview, it could be a video conferencing, it could be a one-on-one, and it could be a group interview, among others. Now today we are combining a video conferencing interview with a group interview. Group interview in a sense that if you look at this meeting now, we have close to 90 people connected to this meeting, though some of these people connected are executives of the organization, while some of us are participants. So what does it mean? It means a group of people is being talked to at the same time. And the whole essence of this is for you, one, to get to know more information about the organization, and two, for us to get to meet with you, get to know you, and if possible, get to know your disposition. Now, for every interview, a lot of things are to be extracted, especially in a group interview. Now, things to be assessed in this interview includes your leadership quality, your initiativeness, your assertiveness, your oral communication skills, your enthusiasm, your self-confidence, and your tactfulness. Now, if you possess any of these qualities, it makes it a soft landing for you to be able to work with us in this organization effectively, because here in this organization, we have values we work with. It's not just about you coming in to work with us, and by now, I know everybody will have gotten to understand that you're not just coming in to work with us to be on a paid employment as a job or as an employee. We work with people who come in to build up their skills as business partners. Now, as business partners, what are going to be your rules? How do you get paid? Do you even get paid? Those are all the things we'll be explaining here today. 21st century has made us understand that life is like a coin that has two sides. One side of a coin is when you work for people. Another side of a coin is when you work with people. So I work with people. And I'm going to start this session by telling you a little of my story. This is my picture. Just like I said earlier, my name is Akisunlola Joy Oladele. I joined this organization 8 years ago. So precisely 8 years here in this organization, it means I'm a legend. It means I know what I'm saying. It means whatever I tell you today is not la crème la pour. It comes out of what I know. Now, 8 years in this organization today, life has been beautiful, wow, and lovely. Now, before I joined this organization, I used to be a graduate like everybody. I had my first degree 2007. I had my master's 2011. I'm saying this for you to know that if schooling is the problem, I also went to school. Somebody said something. He said, education is not the problem, but educated people are the problem. Is it true? Yes. Education is not the problem, but educated people are the problem. Now, what makes educated people the problem? They are problem because after being educated, after going to school, we become rigid, we don't become flexible again, and thereafter we become incompetent. Now, education continues. People that studied education in school said, we learn from the day we were born till the day you will die. The day you start assuming you're a graduate and you cannot learn new things again is the day your education becomes a problem. Now, before I joined this organization, I looked for a job. My first paying job was with Gino Tomato, where I was employed to be paid 29,000 naira. And after my master's, my better salary was with Scout Foods, where I was employed to be paid 45,000 naira. 45,000 naira and 29,000 naira. I think 45 is better, Abi. And as at the time I got the offer of 45,000 naira, I was already married. So for those of us who are connected to us here now, who happen to be ladies, please put yourself in my wife's shoe. If I'd gotten married to you that time, and as a young woman, you want to look good, you want to do Brazilian hair, you want to do Huma hair, you want to do Bosnia coils, you want to do Alicia Keys, Victoria Beckham, and what have you. Please, how do we do all of these? How do we cope with 45,000 naira? I've always had beautiful dreams and high hope that I want to be a good husband, I want to be a good father. But everybody tell me, with 45,000 naira, how do I achieve my dreams? And lo and behold, at that junction, I didn't need anybody to tell me I had a problem. I didn't need anybody to tell me I had a problem. So I needed to look forward in solving my problem. Until a couple of weeks later, I met with this opportunity, and the opportunity gave me a different platform entirely. And the platform was, they made me understand in this organization, my credential is not what they need. What they need in the organization is my potential. And the same thing I'm pointing to everybody here today. Here in this organization, we are not interested in where you are coming from. We're not interested in the certificate you carry. We're interested in that skills in you that can make you different. The Bible says the gift of a man findeth a place for him, and not the certificate of a man. Guys, you are better off without a certificate that makes you think you're educated. And the day you start looking beyond that certificate, that's the day things will begin to change. For those that connected to this meeting earlier, before 5 minutes before the meeting, you saw a video by Mrs. Ibukun Awoshika while addressing graduates of the Covenant universities at the time, and he was telling them that stop thinking nothing can happen in this country. A lot can happen if only you put your certificate aside and you begin to see opportunity. Take every opportunity that comes your way as something that can change your life. Jack Canfield said, the outcome of our life is as a result of how we respond to every event of our life. Guys, we are where we are today as a result of how you have been responding to things that comes your way over time. And this is another event of your life. This event is going to take about 30 minutes to 1 hour. But guys, the way you respond to this event after today, after this moment, is going to really determine the outcome of your life in the next few years to come. 8 years in this organization today, I am an outcome of how I responded to the opportunity I had 8 years ago. 8 years after today, life is beautiful, life is wow. I can beat my chest to tell you today that today I earn better than my mate on a job 8 years after. I can beat my chest today and tell you that I live lifestyle and not life. Courtesy of this organization today, I've traveled around the world. I've gone for trainings all around the world. This picture I'm showing you, if you could see, is a picture that was snapped in Birchwood Hotel and OR Tambo Conference Center in South Africa. That was one of the conferences and trainings the organization has taken me for in my 8 years in this organization. And this is one out of many. And that is exactly what we'll be talking about today. So please, you need the most of attention, you need the right attitude to proceed in this workshop. Now, before we go into the workshop proper and job description as regards what we'll do, there's a basics you need to understand, and that takes me to this slide. Please look at this slide very well. ESBI. This slide is called a cash flow quadrant, and it depicts 4 cardinal people in this world we live in today. And who are these people? They are the employees, the self-employed, the business owners, and the investors. What does it mean? It means anything you do that brings money to your pocket, put you in one of these 4 categories of people anywhere in the world. You can't escape it. Tell me what you do or what you have been doing that has been bringing money into your pocket, and I'll tell you you fall into any of these 4 categories. Are you a teacher? Are you a lecturer? Are you a doctor? Are you a lawyer? Are you a business person? Are you a prostitute? Are you a armed robber? Anything that brings money to your pocket, put you in one of these 4 quadrants. And let's take the quadrants one after the other. Please follow me through. The first person here is an employee. So who is an employee? An employee of an organization is that person who is employed by the organization, that is, he has an employer. He's given a task to do and he keeps working, not based on his dream, but he's working to promote the vision of the organization. That's why you discover that this man is such person who is employed. He's a young man. Look at his tie. He's on the suspender. He's smart and articulate. But do you know one thing about him? In a bid to look for job security or a secured life, he got himself into this wheel. This wheel is the company. And as he's running, the wheel is moving, but he's running on one position. That's why you discover that you start with a company. The company had only one branch where you started, and you keep putting all your effort, and the company began to expand in branches from each state to state until it expands into the whole continent. So what does it mean? It means when you're an employee, you are offered a salary that looks like a bribe in making you forget your dreams. And that's why you discover that after a few years, after some years, people who are on a job, they get tired. And when you are tired, you look like this man on a pale suit who is bent back in the company. You want to leave because you are tired, but the company is not willing to let you go. And because they are not willing to let you go, they put a whiner behind you. Look at this whiner. They use this whiner to motivate you. And how do they motivate you? Your salary is 70,000 naira, and you tell the company this 70,000 naira is not meeting my needs again. I want to resign. And they tell you, why do you need to resign? You're a very powerful workforce in the organization. We increase your salary from 70 to 100,000. Then you are motivated. But guys, tell me the truth. 100,000 naira is okay for you because you are not yet married. By the time you get married and you start rearing children, you will understand that Jesus Christ does not have tribal mark. So what does it mean? It means it is not just about making money. It's about making life. Now, if after earning the 100,000, you begin to work again, you get to a point you are tired again and you want to leave, and you go back again and say, I'm not working again. And they tell you, why are you submitting your resignation? We're about promoting you from supervisor to manager. They add to your portfolio. They add more responsibilities to you. You think you are important, but remember, guys, after 30, 35 years, you will leave that job. What does it mean? It means if you don't resign, if you are not retrenched, one day you will retire. And whenever any of these three hours happens to you, you start life all over again. If you don't understand what I'm saying, please go and take a clue from people who are families and friends that we know who have been employees all their life, and please take a clue from them. Do you like their achievements? Somebody said you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect to get a different result. It is insanity for you to follow the same process our parents followed. It is insanity for you to follow the same step our parents followed and expect to get a different result. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And that is why everybody should understand this at this junction, that many a times when you're on this job, you work so hard, you have no security, you have no time. And why are you even working hard? You are working hard because of active income. You want a salary that will be stable, something you will earn today, you will earn again next month. Either you work or you don't work, you will continue to earn it. You will continue to earn it. And that is exactly what active income is all about. In this organization, it's not about active income. And that is what is active income. You will discover, if you look deeply, you discover that the arrow of active income is going down. So what does it mean? It means if you live your life depending on active income, please, Olorunfemi Ajibulu, you can't control the screen. I can only control the screen here because I'm the one that have the information to pass on to you. Please stop requesting to control the screen. Thank you. Thank you. Because if you control the screen, you're going to control what I'm passing on to you. And it's going to make a mess of this session. Two people cannot handle this workshop at the same time. So thank you very much, Olorunfemi. I beg to decline once again. All right. That is exactly what I'm saying. People are too smart. Educated people are too smart. And that is why educated people become so smart. They become so educated. They are not ready to learn. And because they are not ready to learn, they become not productive. So please, I know we are smart, we're educated, you can control Zoom very well, but please allow us to run this session so that everybody can benefit from what we have to deliver. Thank you very much. Now, back to what I was explaining. You could see that Active income remains active, but it devalues in value. It devalues. Now, let me explain it this way. 7 years ago, when Goodluck Jonathan was the president of Nigeria, a dollar to a naira exchange rate was 160 naira. Now, guys, let's do a very simple mathematics at this junction. Bring out your calculator and check for yourself. If, as at that 7 years ago, you were on a job and they were paying you 70,000 naira, do a very simple mathematics here. 70,000 naira divided by 160 naira. It means the value of your salary then, 7 years ago, was $437. Great. Now, this is 2020. Baba Buhari is the president of Nigeria. And presently, due to current corona crisis and present recession fall in the economy, a dollar to a naira now is about 420 naira. 420 naira. So do the same mathematics again now. The same 70,000 naira you earn as a fixed salary divided by 420 naira 7 years after, what happens to it? It means the value of your salary now at 70,000 is now $166, guys. So it means 7 years ago at 70,000 naira, your value was $400 and something. And 7 years after, at the same 70,000 naira, your value is now $166. So tell me the truth, guys. Is it appreciating or it is depreciating? And that is what you get about active income. For how long? So people that sees you earning income every month, they will assume you are progressing. But inside you know you are not progressing anyway. Now, many people understand this and they don't want to be on a job anymore. They want to own the job. And that takes a lot of people to go to bank, they borrow loan, they want to have their own shop, they want to have their own business. A lot of people get professional and they go down to become a self-employed person. Becoming a self-employed, is it even better? No. Why? Because when you're a self-employed person, the pressure on the job is on you, because the difference here is you don't have a boss any longer, but you are the boss. Now, these people who are self-employed, they work around the clock and they have insufficient funds. A typical example of self-employed people now are people who sell shoes, bags, and they have shops. They've borrowed loan from bank to stock their shops, and now coronavirus has locked them up for the past 1 month. Now, at this junction, these people will need to continue to pay bank loan, irrespective of the crisis, because the bank will continue to ask for their money. And this thereafter make these people stressed out. Now, guys, statistics shows that 95% of people in the population, to include you, are in this side, are being on this side of the quadrant, and we struggle for 5% wealth. That's why it looks as if we work so hard and we get so little out of it. But on the right side of the quadrant, these people work for passive income. What is passive income? Passive income is an income that grows with your age. As you grow older, your income grows older. That's passive income. It might start so little, but it grows over time. Now let's look further. The first person here is a business system owner. Business system owner. These people don't just own a shop. These people don't just own a job. They are not just a professional. They own a system. So let me explain it to you. Many of us really don't understand what system means, and that is why we don't understand what is working in this generation. Whoever owns your system controls you. I say it again. Whoever owns your system controls you. And that is why when you don't build an opportunity, a career path that allows you to own your own system in a system, then you will always be controlled. Let me give you a typical example of what a system means. If you look at the television in your house, that television is beautiful, but it's controlled by a motherboard. It is called a panel. Every component that makes that television work are all connected to that motherboard. What does that mean? It means the motherboard is the system. If the motherboard is faulty, it means changing the motherboard is like you are buying a new television. Why? Because that is the main system. But if any other component on the motherboard is faulty, like the capacitor, like the diode, you can change them because they are not the system. That's why you discover that when you are employed on a job, they can fire you anytime. Because you have the power to hire can fire. Because you are not the system. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. 8 years in this organization today, I came into a system to become a system. And that is why nobody can wake up any day to fire me. And that is the same opportunity that is transcending down to you now. As you are coming to this organization, we are looking for leaders in business. You are coming in to co-own a system. And when you own the system, nobody can fire you from the system tomorrow. Now, when you have a system, people don't work for you here, people work with you. Now, this thereabouts gives you an easy work thereafter. You work hard for a few years, and when your system can grow, then it becomes an easy work for you. You have stability, you have spare time. That's why you discover that this man on blue safari suit, this man is carrying a briefcase loaded with money. You know, he's not even looking handsome. Look at his mouth. Monkey, no fine, but a mommy like him. That's exactly the word of business owner. In the world of business owner, how you look does not matter. It's an equal opportunity for all. Nobody is interested in your gender. Nobody is interested in your race. Nobody is interested in your color. What everybody is interested in is what can you bring to the table? And eventually, as a business owner, when you make the money here, you bring the money down to invest. You become an investor. At this junction, as an investor, they send money on errands and money work for them. No debts, plenty of money. Now look at the crazy statistics here. The statistics here has it that 5% of people in the population are here. They are very few. And these people share 95% wealth, abundance. Now the question is, which part of these people do you want to be part of? Is it the 95% that struggle to share 5% wealth, or you want to be part of 5% that shares 95% wealth? And this played out last month. You see, coronavirus is like an eye opener. It opens the nyash of so many things. One, any nation that is not doing good, Assyria has two, like Nigeria. Any human being that has not been doing good, Assyria has two, like Nigeria. You know, I could remember when coronavirus was, when the lockdown was declared, I took an Uber ride from my house to the bank one of the days, and the Uber ride was lamenting. The Uber rider, he was lamenting. Like, what kind of lockdown is this? Don't they know that there are some of us that make money on a daily basis? In fact, what are we going to eat now? What are we going to do now? And he was crazily lamenting. I pitied the guy that day because that is his life. A self-employed person, most of the time, they kill what they eat. But a business owner is like a farmer. They build what they eat. That is what makes the difference. You know, I used to ask people, you know, when coronavirus lockdown started, some people came together and they said, let us support the government. And they began to donate money to the government. Dangote, 1 billion. Otedola, 1 billion. Elumelu, billion. Alakija, billion. Adeleke, billion. Please tell me the truth. How many employees and self-employed donated money to the government? Rather than donating, if you check social media, you see a lot of employees and self-employed are angry. What are they angry at? They are angry at the government for not sharing the money. And everybody is saying, they should share the money. They should share the money. They should share the money. Guys, are you there and you are waiting for a government to share money to you? Then you are a dumb fool. I'm sorry to say. Because no government will take care of you. No government. Until the day you wake up to take care of yourself, I put it to you today that nobody will take care of you. Your government will not take care of you. Nobody will take care of you. And that is why, if you look at it critically, there is one thing that makes it easy for these people on this right side of the quadrant, and that thing that makes it easy for them is that thing called leverage. What is leverage? If you look at these people here, the employee, they say they have no leverage. If you look at self-employed, they say no leverage. If you look at business owner, they say they have leverage. If you look at an investor, they say they have leverage. So let's look at it. What is the leverage of a business owner? The leverage of a business owner is the people they work with. So what does it mean? It means here in this organization, people are number one. We work with people. We value people. We value you. That is why you could see everywhere is locked down. You should have been invited to our office, but because everywhere is locked down, there's no way you can make it out. And that is why, because we value people, that is why we take the system online to meet with you at your doorstep. Why? Because people are the greatest asset in life. And if you look at this quadrant very well, you see that to a business owner, the more the people, the more the income. What do I mean? Imagine if you are working with 10 people and 10 people are productive with you. If the number of people you are working with increase from 10 to 100, please, what do you think will happen to your income? Your income will also automatically increase. That is exactly what it means. If the number of people you are working with increase from 100 to 1,000, it automatically means the number of people you are working with also increase. Guys, stop working just because of money. Start working to touch lives. And that is what this organization is all about. You know, I was telling some people some days back, I said, if the reason why you're looking for a job is because you need money, because you have money problem, you will continue to have money problem. Because money problem doesn't end. It doesn't solve. It will continue to be there till you die. If you have money problem of 50,000 today, you go get a job of 100,000. Good, that problem is solved. But what happens tomorrow if you have another money problem of 100,000 or 120,000? You go look for a job of 200,000. Good, that problem is solved. Please, what happens the day you have a money problem of 250,000? You start looking for a job of 300,000. No problem. You can still get it. Maybe you go for more qualification, professional qualification. ICANN, HANAM, ACCA, CCNA. I just finished a class with Team Sales just now. And Team Sales said one of the problems with graduates and educated people is that instead of them to think of productivity, they are thinking of getting more qualification. There is a difference between productivity and more qualification. No matter the qualification you have, you will become incompetent until you start building your inner skills. So let's assume you now have a problem of 500,000. You start looking for a job of 700,000. Continue. So what happens the day you now have a problem of 1 million naira? Or you think you can never have a problem of 1 million naira? You are young today. Maybe you have kids and your kids are still young, or you don't have yet. But remember, your kids will soon grow old and they will go to university. A good university today, how much does it cost? Guys, we need to start thinking about tomorrow. And that is the reason why you need a leverage system for yourself. You need a system that will allow you to have a system. You need a career path that will allow you to work with more people. And that is what leverage is all about. So leverage is a support structure. Leverage is a system that makes your work easier. Warren Buffett said, if you don't learn to work to earn money while you sleep, if you don't learn to make money while you sleep, you keep working till you die. And that is leverage. Now, why do you even need leverage? You need leverage because the statistics is not funny. It's not funny. This is in the news, this is everywhere, and people are saying it day in, day out, and they say that jobs will be lost. Look at the statistics, 47 million jobs will be lost in the next 1 quarter. Another crazy statistics here is that shop owners, restaurant owners are closing down. National Restaurants Association said 3% are permanently closed. 70% are already laying off their workforce. This is just one statistic. So I saw a quote yesterday on Facebook, and they were highlighting it how different airlines have laid off their staffs already. Why? Because airplanes are grounded. They can't fly. Borders are closed. Nations are shut down. So where are they flying to? And companies cannot be paying salaries to unproductive staffs. So they are telling them already to go home and rest. You don't understand. Go to Lagos Airport, Nigeria airports. Airlines are shut. Workers are laid off. They are asked to go home and rest. Guys, it's not going to be funny after lockdown. It's not going to be funny. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare your mind. And that's why if you are here today and you are not thinking it, you are confident that you have a job. What happens If you resume after lockdown and they give you a letter that your salary, your job is no longer required, please, what will you do? Now, the question is, how can you now use leverage to build a residual passive income for yourself? Firstly, you have understood that you have leverage when you work with people, right? Then the question is, what do you work with people doing? What do you do working with people? A good business is not a Ponzi scheme. A good business is not penny wise, pound foolish. A good business must have a quality product or service to render. And this product and service must be essential to human consumption. A whole family friend who work in the tourism company, people that package holidays and vacation for people, she called me some days back and she was lamenting. Why? Because shut down now has taken them off business. It is when countries opens their border that people can come on vacations. Saudi Arabia is closed down. Mecca, Medina. Today starts the beginning of Ramadan now. People cannot even go for Hajj. People cannot go for Umrah. Jerusalem is closed down. Rome is closed down. Vatican City is empty. So it means the tourist world is on closed down. So it means as beautiful as that kind of industry looks like, it is not an essential service. And you want to hear the truth, I don't know when they will recover, because coronavirus is looking stubborn. It's not clearing on time. Nigerian number is increasing every day. Now we are on 1,000. And God save us. Now at this junction, if you are not in a business that is of essential services, then you don't have a business. Now, what are the businesses on essential services? One, it's either you are into telecommunications. Two, it's either you are into food and nutrition. Three, it's either you are into pharmaceutical industry. Four, it's either you are into medicine or health. In our organization, we fall into one of these categories because we are into food and nutrition. And that is what makes us essential services. I go out every day. Nothing stops me from driving. And when I go out, police accost me. I show them my ID card and I make them understand I'm part of essential services, recognized by NAFDAC, recognized by the federal government, and the company we're in partnership with is recognized globally by the World Health Organization. So this makes it easy for you to build a system of leverage when there's a quality product and services to be recommended to people, which is essential to them. Another thing that makes leverage work for you is that if it is a proven business model that grows and allows you to leverage with the people that work with you. Another thing is, it becomes a good business if it add more money to you when more people are added to you. Any business that does not add more money to you, even if more people are added to you, is not a good business. Another thing is when you make positive impact in the lives and the well-being of customers and business partners, you get bigger bonuses. And a good leverage business must be fun. Not just simply like a job. No. A job is when you wake up on a Monday morning and you are telling yourself, oh God, it's Monday morning again. No. And when it is Friday, you say, thank God it's Friday, because you are not happy with what you do. A good leverage business opportunity make you excited about what you do. I'm excited about what I do. And that is why it is not just a job, it must be a career. I told you I'm 8 years in this organization. 8 years in this organization today, I'm not the same person I used to be 8 years ago. In one way or the other, I am different from where I was 8 years ago. That is a career path. A career path is something you do that allows you to grow with it. And that's exactly what this organization is. And it must also be something that gives you passion. Somebody define passion as something you do that allows you to continue to get paid, that you continue to do even when you are not paid for it. And as human being, forget it. If I ask you what's your passion now, you'll be thinking. But guys, forget it. That thing you are thinking about is not your passion. As an average human being, our passion, something we keep doing that we will continue to do even if we are not paid to do it, is talking. An average human being talks. Everybody talks. But you want to hear the truth? But many of us we talk nonsense. Some of us, we can gossip from today till tomorrow. Some of us can argue from today to tomorrow. Some of us, we use the talk of our mouth. We use it to tear people apart. You can destroy people with the words of your mouth. But here we are calling you to this organization to use the same word of your mouth to build something up. Convert the passion of talking into making money. Remember, I said it earlier. I said we are looking for leaders in business, and an average leader in business must have a good communication skills. Great leaders all around the world are good communicators who sell the vision of tomorrow. And that is what it means working with people. If I'm not making sense talking to you now, you will not be listening to me. Now, for you to be developed in how you can communicate well with people, that is where your trainings and development comes in. Here in this organization, you're going to undergo trainings and developments. Our training is quite important. You cannot succeed in our organization without undergoing trainings. Now, there comes the question, there is lockdown. How do I get trained? Fine. This thing I'm doing now is part of your training. And that is where the online channel comes in. The moment you are selected to be part of the organization after this session today, and you're able to meet up all criteria and you fulfill the conditions and your documentations are intact and you are part of the organization, fully registered, and you have your registration number, which is your identity. The moment you are part of the organization, what does it mean? It means your training starts. And your trainings will be scheduled online. There are a series of trainings you're going to go through. Some of you will start your trainings tomorrow. And by the time you are done with your first line of training, which is about 4 consecutive days online, then you are good to go. You can begin to impact into the lives of other people. And that is where trainings comes in. That is where what? Training comes in. Now, the bottom line of what I've explained is that we work with people, and that allows us to leverage. And that allows us to work on the quadrant called the big business owner. And that's why Robert Kiyosaki said, if you're looking for money, change your focus from making money to serving more people. And serving more people makes the money come in. For those of us who joined this meeting minutes before the real time, you saw the video of Ibukun Alakija, Ibukun Awoshika. Ibukun Awoshika said something. She said, when you look at the population of Nigeria, the largest workforce, Nigeria is a country where over 65% of the population are youths. What does it mean? It means if you look at business owners, if business owners see the population, they see potentials. But when policymakers see the population, they see difficulties, they see problems. They see people who want to fight them. They are scared because they don't make good policy. Guys, nobody will make good policies for you if you don't make good policies for yourself. I'm going to leave you for this word while I'll be calling this young lady to continue from where I stopped. But before I go, I will leave you with this word. Somebody said, when you are born, you look like your parents. But when you die, you will look like the decisions you make when you are alive. Please, you see what I just said now, write it down, because I will still come back to it. At every point in our life, we are made to make decisions, and we become a product of such decisions over time in life. I'll be handing you over to this young woman. She's a married woman. She's married with kids. She has a very bouncing, handsome-looking young boy. Her name is Mrs. Odubela Christiana. She joined the organization a couple of years back, and today she has become a great leader in the organization who has produced a series of leaders too, and she's doing great for herself. She's going to take you through the proper job description. I use the word job description because that's what you are used to. And she'll be taking you through into the income and the career path in the organization. And at the end of the day, she'll be putting you through on what you need to do to get paid in the organization. Please pay attention. If you need to write a lot of things down, please write down. And if along the line you have questions, never mind. At the end of the workshop, somebody in the organization is going to put a call to you, and they're going to take all your questions one after the other. And afterwards, they'll be able to get you going. So very quickly at this junction, I'll be connecting with this woman. Mrs. Odubela, how are you today? How are you today, madam?
I'm fine, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Please talk to us. We are all ears.
All right. Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Odubela Adenike Christiana. I want to use this medium to thank my mentor, my leader. He has been my leader for the past 7 years, and he's been a great man. God bless you, sir. God bless your generation for showing us this career path that has made us a success in the organization. All right, my name is Christiana, as I've said earlier, and I'm a graduate of microbiology. I graduated some years ago. And when I graduated, I have a very beautiful dreams because I know that as a microbiology, I thought that there is money, and money is there in the career. I chose to be a microbiologist because I want to help people. I want to make people to live healthy life. But unknown to me that there are some courses that we do and you regret afterward. When I graduated and I was looking for a job, there is none to be found. And at the end of the day, I don't know what to do, and I settle for the one that is available. And all of you will believe with me that there are so many jobs that is always available. You don't need to lobby for it, just working within, and you will be what? They will employ you. And one of the job is teaching job. I became a teacher and I was collecting 15,000 naira, a very miserable money, life-threatening. You don't understand, as one of my leaders will say, a money that will have finished the second week before another month even starts. As it was crazy. My life was miserable. I don't know what to do. I'm living a frustrated life. I have to beg for people at times for transport fare. Even as a lady, you are menstruating, you cannot even have 15 naira to buy toilet roll. That was my life before the business. But I come across this opportunity, like you are coming across with it online. One of my friends on Facebook introduced me to this business, to this organization, and he told me specifically that if I can join, and if I can see the reason to change my circle, that my life will change for better. And I give it a trial. I went for my interview and I was selected. And 7 years down the lane, it has been a beautiful year because my life has changed. It has changed 360 degrees. And let me tell you that when it comes to this organization, it's second to none because it's just the best. And thank God that I have a leader that put me through. And since then, it has been wow, it has been fantastic, and it has been wow, sincerely. And that's the reason why if you are meeting with us this morning on this Zoom interview, then you should count yourself as a lucky person, because I tell you that as many people that have invited you for this opportunity, know that they are just your destiny helper, who to connect you to the people, who is to connect you to make sure to know that your life can be better than what you are doing. Then back to the organization. My leader that said it on, Mr. Dele, he has made us to understand that we are coming in to build a system. Coming into this organization, that is the only thing, and that is one of the things that they make me to understand, that I'm going to be in a system, but I have the opportunity to also to create a system in a system. And, I look at it that how come, why won't I got to know about this, all this my life? But I noticed that it's because our ear is deaf, because we don't want to hear any other thing when it's not a job. And that's why you see so many of our parents, that is what they are used to. Even if you go for an interview, they will make it to understand that, okay, how much will they pay? What is the basic? And at the end of the day, when you tell them that it's a business opportunity, they don't want to hear it, because what they want to be hearing is the basic of how much they are going to pay. And they will not want to hear anything. Forgetting that so many people that are business owners, they started, just with the system, and they were able to create their own system in a system and to make them a business owner. And that's why that coming into this organization, you are going to be enjoying a partnership, with us. And your partner with us will make you to develop develop a platform in which you can also showcase your talents and your gifts, and to add to whatever you have met on ground, to add to it, to make it a successful, thing in the organization. And that's the reason why a partner is not something that is new. A partner has been in the system for so long. A partner is not something that you are just hearing. Even in our school days, then they normally tell us that we have two types of businesses. We have sole proprietorship and partnership. So partnership is not today. It has been long. And so many people have ventured into partnership. People like Awolowo. My husband worked for Coke. He was telling me sometimes ago how Awolowo family are getting billions of dollars when it comes to, their organization. You don't understand. That man went into a partnership with Coke, and do you know what? That man today is a billionaire. No wonder that they put his picture, or what will I call it now? They put it, at their status, the status there at the Coke office at Ikeja, so that they place him where his asset is, even though he's already dead, and he's still making money. You that you are alive, what are you making? Are you making money or you are making excuses? So many of us, we are full of excuses. And that's why joining this organization, you are going to be working with us as a partner. And as a partner, it will give you the opportunity to earn an income. You know, Mr. Dele have said it earlier, that when you are an employee, you earn an active income, an active salary. Salary is something always low and ridicules you all the time. It's not always enough. But when we come about income, that is what you earn in a business, because income is not fixed like salary. Income can increase on a daily basis as your capacity increase. Everything is about capacity. When you develop your capacity, then your income also increase along with it. And in this organization, we have 3 types of income that you are going to be earning. The first one is monthly bonuses. The second one is incentive. And the third one is corporate presentation. Are you hearing me? Hello? Are you hearing me?
We can hear you, please. Continue.
All right. Then, as I was saying, corporate presentation, let me take it from here. Corporate presentation, you know, is about dissemination of information. My leader said it earlier. He said, gone as those days that you talk not to make sense. Gone as those days that you talk and you will not even make money. This time, what you know how to do the best, you know how to talk. Just channel it, add more action to it, and make sure that you use it to make money for yourself. In corporate presentation, as he has earlier said, that we are part of essential services. You are going to talk to people and you are going to make money. And that is corporate presentation. And there's no limit on what you can make as a corporate presentation. I remember my first month in the organization, and I went for a corporate presentation, and it was on Sunday. And you know, after the end of that essential services, I was able to make 157,000. It was, in fact, it was wow, it was wonderful. I was crying throughout that day that so one person can make 157,000 just within a space of 3 to 4 hours. And I was looking at myself that, where have I been all this while? You know, I don't know that there are some services that you render and people will appreciate it and they will pay you for that. And that is how corporate presentation comes. And there's no limit of how you can do corporate presentation. You can decide to do it weekly. You can decide to do it monthly. You can decide to do it quarterly. But you want to do corporate presentation, and corporate presentation money, you know, can come as residual that can come in at any given point in time. Are you getting it now? Then let's talk about monthly bonuses. Monthly bonuses is what you receive every month. So many of us, because we have worked before as an employee, this is what we recognize, salary. But in our organization, we don't call it salary, we call it bonuses, because it can increase as your capacity increase. Are you getting it now? And it's being paid based on your performance. You must have performance. You don't understand. Because if you don't work for it, you can't get it you can't get it. Because so many people will look at it that, okay, monthly bonuses, even if I don't want to work this month, does that mean that I will get paid? No. Even though you are in a business, in a system, you are in the organization that pay you, you know, based on your capacity, then that does not mean that you will not work and you want to earn. It does not work like that. Monthly bonus is what you receive every month. It comes in like a salary, but it's not fixed. Are you getting it now? And I remember my first monthly bonus. It was wow. When I collected it, I was like, wow, this is great. And you know, it kept increasing. It kept increasing. I remember in my 3rd month in the business, I became something we call director. We call it a director in our organization. And I was paid 77,000 naira. And I was like, wow, it's just 3 months. And the money kept increasing. It kept increasing like that. And that is monthly bonuses for you. Then let's talk about incentive. This is one of the craziest, you know, income that I've ever come about with, you know. Incentive is so crazy that, you know, it's been wow and it's been beautiful. And incentive is in 2 ways. We have cash incentive and we have travels. When we talk about cash incentive, you can earn an incentive as crazy as $500, you know. Now imagine dollar is 420,000 per, you know, per naira. Now imagine that you want an incentive of $500. Just imagine how much you are going to make, you know, alongside with the monthly bonuses that has been paid to your account. You just understand. And that's why that in this organization, you notice that we are crazy young people, because we understand that no other person can take charge of our life if we don't take charge of it by ourselves. Are you getting it now? Then when we talk about travel is another incentive. It's so crazy. And I love this incentive. Do you know why? I don't have a dream that I want to travel before in my life. In fact, who born monkey, dash, and banana? If you tell me sometimes, you know, 7 years ago that Christiana, later in life, you will be traveling around the world, I will say, just forget it. It can't happen, you know, because there is nothing that I was doing that make me to understand that I will travel. You don't understand, you know, and trip is just so being wonderful. 7 years in the business, we have traveled around the world. You don't understand. This is the picture when we went to Abu Dhabi last year and we visited Ferrari World, and it was so beautiful. You know, these are some of us, you know, of our colleagues here that we went together. That is Miss Fatima in the middle, and that is Mr. Bankole, one of the leaders that trained me. You don't understand. And so these are some of us when we were traveling that last year. Travel is something that is so crazy and it's so wonderful. You know, I remember when we were preparing this year for this year's trip, not knowing that this pandemic, coronavirus pandemic, will not allow us to go. But, you know, because we have traveled before, you know, the company were still promising us that let all this pandemic be, you know, be over and you will still go to that place just to enjoy life, just to have luxuries. And that's why, if your vision in life is to tour around the world, the vision now is not to go and sit in America and be looking for what to do. The vision now is that, what are you going to do, you know, to make sure that you are successful to also tour around the world. This is when I travel with my dad. He's my passive partner in the organization. A passive partner will be organized with you because they know that if you are doing well, then somebody is motivating you. So it can be your dad, your mom, or your sister, your brother. You have the opportunity to travel with such a person. You don't understand, because God forbid, if anything or if something happened to you while you are in the organization, the person have the opportunity to take over where you stop. And that is the beauty thing about it. You know, this is Abu Dhabi also. And I remember the picture that, you know, Mr. Dele showed us earlier. You know, that was my first trip in the organization. And when the plane wanted to take off, I was so afraid because I've never experienced it before. And it has been wow. We were always lodged, they always lodge us in the best hotel, as in the best of the best, that you cannot compare it. By the time you're going to go and make an inquiry of how much that hotel costs per night, you wonder that wow, you are in the right thing. And that's the reason why joining us in this morning is not just for you to see all these things or to just make sure that you see how our life has changed, but it's also we are also calling you to also make sure that your life is also changed for better. Are you getting it now? Because let me tell you, Robert Kiyosaki says something. He said, take responsibility for your finances or get use of taking orders for the rest of your life. You are either a master of money or a slave to it. It's your choice. Whether you want to be a slave to money or you want to be a master of money, you are the one that will decide what you need to decide. So when it comes to travel, you know, you can really achieve this. And there's no limit of what you can achieve when it comes to travel. And that is one of the incentives that I loved so much. It was it's so crazy. And, you know, this is the passport of my leader. This man, Mr. Dele, that has been speaking to you since morning, you know, you can see his first passport. You can see his picture, very young and innocent. I know that this is the first time he acquired that passport. And you can see different stamp on it. This man has traveled well over 25 times outside the country. And, you know, it has been wow. This is South Africa and this is America. You know, sometimes ago he got a visa of a resident in America. And, you know, so many people were asking him, why are you coming back to Nigeria? He said, I have to come back to Nigeria because I'm a system that I'm building, you know. And that's why you see some people, if they get this kind of visa, you know, they will run away and they will say, yes, let me go and sit in America. Are you getting it now? You can see South Africa has been the second home. You know, this man has traveled nook and cranny of the world. And do you know what? The first time I traveled with this man, I was so happy. I felt at the top of the world, because I look at it that who am I to be dining with kings and kings? And that's why the Bible said that see a man diligent in his business, he shall stand before kings and not men. This is Mexico visa. You can see it. This is Mexico visa. You know, you went to Mexico to celebrate the 60 years in existence of our partnering organization. This is France. You can see visa. You can see Schengen on it. And you can see that life is beautiful. So when you see all this stuff on this particular passport, you tell yourself that when am I going to also enjoy the kind of life that I need to enjoy? See, when you say you want to be successful, you want to be successful. Being successful, you know, is more than looking good. It's more than that. Being successful is more than have money or physique. Being successful is when you develop yourself as a leader and you have self-esteem. And that is the meaning of being successful. You don't understand. You know, when you know that you have something that you are doing, you can say, this is Abu Dhabi, and these are so many leaders that we travel together. This is Sheikh Said Grand Mosque. in Abu Dhabi. It was a very beautiful mosque. Even me that I'm a Christian, immediately I turned to Balikis because it was wow. In fact, there is no how as a Muslim that you pray in that mosque that your prayer will not be answered because it was so beautiful. That place was so beautiful. It's not like the mosque we have in Nigeria today. You don't understand. This place was so beautiful. When I meet beauty, it's so beautiful. And and that's just the way it is. Then what are you going to do? Or how are you coming in? What are you coming in to do? And that's what I'm going to be telling you now. When you are coming in, you are going to be obtaining your franchise, and that will make you a local team member in the first stage. A local team member. Who are the local team member? These are the category of the new people, a new partner in the business that have franchise, and you are going to be earning nothing less than 50 to 70,000 every month. Are you getting it now? Then this is, you can see leadership development bonus. You can see incentive. That is incentive that you will collect when you become a local team member. But being a local team member, know that is not the end of the of the organization, because being a local team member is just to push you towards of getting to your dreamland. And we have the second one, which is international team member. I belong here. I'm an international team member, and that's the reason why you see me travel around the world. One of the things that you enjoy as an international team member, immediately you become an international team member, whether dollar is shake or it does not shake does not concern you, because we paid according to dollar rate. And that is one beautiful thing about it. And you can see the incentive is in dollars. You don't understand. When you have SD, you collect $500. When you one RD, you collect $1,000 US. You can see the dollars, and it will be at the next stage range. And when we talk about leadership development bonus, which is your bonus every month, you can see the ranges to each category, and that is what you will get when you are an international team member. And you will also enjoy life internationally, because at that time you have qualified to travel around the world. Then we have the third category. We are president team member. Who are the president team member? These are the cream of the la cream in the organization. These people are not just anybody. In fact, they are more than president of our nation. You don't understand, because they enjoy life to the fullest. As an international team member, maybe you travel twice in a month, in a year. But as a president team member, there is no limit of your trip, because you travel, because you are part of decision maker in the organization. And that is the beautiful thing about our organization, because as you acquire more success, you desire to be more successful, because you will not going to relent until you get to a place where you will know that, yes. And that's why my leader said something earlier, that if you don't close your eyes and money is coming in, then you have not started, my dear. You have not started at all. And that's why you must start thinking of what you need to do to make sure that life is beautiful with you. So many youths now today, they are craving for palliative that government wants to give them, because they don't have an income that can progress even as they are aging. And that's just it. Then who is our partnering organization? Is NEOLIFE. NEOLIFE has been in existence since 1958, and is a giant we are standing on. NEOLIFE has been a giant that that pay our income and give us a lifestyle to all the international trips that we go. NEOLIFE has been in existence for over 62 years and is run over the world, over 60 countries. And this is the founder of NEOLIFE, Jerry Brasfield. Jerry Brasfield is the founder of NEOLIFE, and our daughter is the CEO, Kendra Brasfield. And this is the visionary of this organization that make us to know that we can do better by changing our world. And they are in a mission. And what is the mission that we are holding? It's just to make the world a healthier and a happier place, where you will be healthy and you'll be happier. You'll be healthy, living a healthy life, and you'll be happier by making money to your pocket to live a beautiful life. And when I talk about bonuses the other time, this is one of the bonuses, in the organization, and it's a bonus of the man that has been talking to you, Mr. Dele. You can see this is just 2 years bonuses, because we cannot just print out all the bonuses, since 8 years ago. But this is just 2. This is 2014 and 2015, and you can see leadership development bonus. You can see the total in June 2014. You can see the bonus. It was 551,000. Then the second month it increased to 570. Then the third month 555. Then the fourth month 870. You understand? Then imagine when it is already January 1, 2015, the bonus has risen to what? It has risen to 618,000, and that's just the way it is. And that is what you will get. You will have it that your bonuses increases and your capacity increase. And what is the capacity? Capacity is when you develop leaders. It's not just enough to be a leader, but how many people can you also develop to become a leader as you? You don't understand. And that's why somebody said that you don't build business, you build people, and people will come back to build the business. You don't understand. And that is just the way it is. And you can see the money starts increasing to 893 to 890. Then later on, it became 1 million. And I remember when he collected this 1 million, it was wonderful because I was there. You don't understand. And I look at it that if this man that have trained me can earn a million, then I can also earn it, and I'm approaching little by little, and I know I can do much more better. And that is my own leader. You don't understand. Then imagine the last one, which is 1.9 million, just some thousands away from 2 million. And this man has been earning these digits for the past 6 years. And that's just the way it is. And I'm not promising you that immediately you join the organization that you start earning your millions. But I'm telling you that with patience, with consistency, you can also get there. If you only know what you know, you don't understand. If only you are ready, because it's not enough for me to tell you that you can do it. If you don't tell yourself that you can do it, there's no amount of thing that I can tell you that can change. You can change if only you yourself can change, because it is in your hand to make the difference that you are looking for. Are you getting what I'm trying to say now? And that's just the way it is. Somebody said that to be successful in life, it has to do more than being good. Don't tell me that you are good, you are a good person. That's why you must be successful. No. Are you getting it now? And that's just the way it is. Then think of your income as a table. You can see the left side of the table. It only has one leg to support the table. Now imagine if that one leg breaks. What happened to the table? It collapsed, it fell. Are you getting what I'm trying to say now? And that is an income of some of us that we are in this Zoom meeting now. And that's why you have to be thinking about it. My leader said something the other time. He said, have you ever thought of it that when all this pandemic will be over, do you know how many people that will have lost their job? My brother was telling me today of somebody that they had a meeting on Zoom, and from that Zoom meeting, they were sacking them. That please don't even bother. In case Lagos open up, don't even bother to come back to office. Your services are no longer needed. And I look at the person. They said the person was so downcast, and he does not know what to do. Imagine that right from the house, from the internet, he was being sacked, and that is it. And that kind of a person, if care is not taken, if you just look at it that let me just end it, there's no need for me to move forward again, because I know what I see before I can, before I can secure that job. Now imagine the leg has been broken and there's nothing left to do again. The only thing that is useful for this leg of the table that is already broken is just to pieces it and to make it as a firewood. But imagine the right side of the table. This is multiple table that you can have different legs. And before you know it, even if one leg break, it can still stand because it's not only one leg. Are you getting it now? So think of the table as your life and the leg as your income streams. Set yourself up. Are you getting it now? And make sure that you proceed. The success demands 5 things from you. Number 1 thing is hard work. Number 2 thing is sacrifice. Number 3 is struggle. Number 4 is faith. Then number 5 is patience. Hard work, you have to be hardworking. Somebody said that to work for somebody is hard. To work for yourself is hard. Then you choose your hard. Are you getting it now? You have to work hard to get whatever you want to get. Are you getting it? There's no food for lazy people. Even the Bible says so. So many of us now, since this lockdown has started, you have no reason to develop yourself. You don't read any book. You don't do anything. The only thing you were doing is to eat, wake up, and sleep. You don't understand. You don't develop yourself. You don't attend meeting. You don't do anything. You don't read. Whereas there's no how it's going to work like that. There's sacrifice. You must be sacrificed. You must be somebody that sacrifice. Sacrifice, and that's why when you come to a leader sacrifice. So if you tell yourself that you're a leader, then you need to learn how to sacrifice. Are you getting it now? You sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your resources. In fact, somebody said that building business will take so many things away from you, and it will have so many things, to you. Then one of it is sacrifice. You need to learn how to sacrifice. Then number 3 is struggle. Number 4 is faith. There is no need to pray when you know that your faith cannot back it up. Then your faith must be what? Must be right. Your faith in yourself, your faith in the people that will be training you, your faith in the leader that will be placed ahead of you. Then you need patience. Patience to know that you are not going to earn your 1 million in a month, but you are going to earn it when time comes. But you have to be persistent in doing it. Then with your patience, you are going to get there. Then We are going to have two people that we are going to be selecting. We have unit leaders and we have unit members. Who are the unit leaders? The unit leaders are the people we are really looking for, because these are the people that make our journey more smoother. You don't understand? As in unit leaders are the people that they can take they can take charge of their life. They are decision maker. They are not the people that say, I want to go and ask and verify whether I want to do it or not. Leaders are the people that already know what they are doing and they are ready to stick to it. Leaders are the people that they don't regret of any of their actions. Leaders are the action taker. You don't understand? Leaders are the people that take action, people that are ready to go. Then these are the people that we are really looking for. People, leaders that we say, let's go, not that be going, I will meet you. You know, we are looking for people that are leaders, and that is just the way it is. Then we have unit members. Unit members are the people that they are in the organization and they are going to be training by what? By the unit leader. Are you getting it now? But remember, before I come to this, right, you know, I want to tell you something. Life is too short, you know, to be looking angry at government. Life is too short to be naked. Life is too short to be homeless. Life is too short to be broke. You have to take something and you have to do something about yourself, because I tell you that your government does not have your time. You are the one that will tell yourself what you want, and whatever you want, that's what you will get. If only you know what you are doing and you are ready. Then it brings me to right. You need to right. What is the right? Hey, somebody define the right as a woman that married a man and he doesn't have a right over that man, or maybe there's nothing that legalized their marriage. Imagine he gave birth to 2 children and the man eventually died. And the family of the husband rose up and said, they want to collect all the property. And the woman said, he's my husband. I gave birth to children for him. And the family will say, no, what is your right over him? Do you have anything to show for it? Or do you have any proof? So right is like a proof. You know, is the system of ownership that, okay, yes, I have the right over this thing because I own it. We are talking about having a system that you need to have a right to do so. Are you getting it now? You have to write a right to do so. And right is something that is a legal backup, that in case something happens, you know, you can also tender it that this is my right to do this thing, and you know, without any problem. And your right will give you 3 things. The reason why you need a right, it will give you 3 things. Are you getting it? The number 1 thing is direct connectivity. NEOLIFE is a global company that has been in existence for the past 2 years, as I've said. You know, it's not just a small company. You have to write a direct connectivity with them, the way other partners in the organization have direct connectivity with them. You have to be directly connected to them, you know, because it's your direct connectivity that will defend you. When you are connected to them, in case something happens, you'll be able to be defended. You don't understand? Because I remember, you know, I show you the bonus of my leader. When they collected that 1 million bonuses, you know, he has issue with the bank. They place embargo on his accounts that they are not going to release the money because they don't know where the money is coming from. So at that junction, a company rose up for him and said, yes, he has the right to have the money in his account because we are the one that pay him, because it's directly connected to us. Are you getting it now? And they know, and you have to print out a statement of account, show them that, yes, you can see he's our partner. And yet, are still more to come, because 1 million you are seeing is just nothing, because he's going to collect more in case you see more. And you know, he was able to be defended because of the what? Because of a partnership tendering. Then the 3rd thing that will make you to have a right is your what? To be able to measure your performance. Are you getting it now? You can see in the bonus I show you that there's a way we measure performance. There's a way you work and there's a way your work is being measured. And it's based on your work that you will have your performance. And it's your performance that will determine how much you are going to earn and be paid. And that's the reason why you need this right. Then this right is something that you need, you know, when it comes to this right, I don't know why so many people have problem with it, because they look at it that, I'm looking for a job. He said I should have a right. But excuse me, if you think that right is something that you don't want to have, then I tell you that you don't really know what we are saying and you are not ready for this. Because right is something that individual in this organization got in. When I came in 7 years ago, I have my right. And, you know, with this right, that was why I was able to do everything I was able to do. Travel around the world is because I have a right. Then this right that we are talking about is the registration. then how much will it cost you to register? To register as a partner with the same company will cost you 17,500. 17,500, you know, to you it might be much because we are in pandemic, but forget it. 17,500 is nothing because nobody will tell me that he has not spent 17,500 since the time that there has been lockdown. And that's why I will tell you today that if you don't know that you have the money and you think that you are not ready for this, you will spend the money. And at the end of the day, you will not do anything and you will not build something for yourself. And at the end of the day, you will still come back to back zero. And that's the reason why I will tell you this morning and tell you that if you have the opportunity to register and do it and make sure that you do it on time so that you will know that you have started something. So that even if you resume back and they said there's no job again, you already have something that you are doing that is even more better than the job you are looking for. You can see, don't bond your opportunity for a temporary comfort. Don't say that because 17,500, I want to use it to eat. You will eat, but remember, after you eat, you will see it. After you eat, you will see it. And before you know it, you are burning your opportunity for a temporary comfort. You can see this guy, where he is feeling cold, but there is a ladder being placed there so that he can climb and move to the another side where there's no cold. But you can see what he's doing. He's a very stupid person. You don't understand. He's tried to break all the steps and he was using it for firewood so that he will not be feeling cold again. Please tell me, by the time he breaks everything, what do you think will happen to him eventually? He will die. That's what they call die there. He will die there. Because at the end of the day, there's no how you can climb to the another side again. And that is what so many of us has been doing to ourselves. You know, and that's why I'm telling you that if you have 17,500 to register and get going. Get going. I registered 7 years ago with 8,500. But today, how much has NEOLIFE paid me? How much has the organization offered me? How many places have I traveled to? Please, is it the 8,500 that I pay that has been taking me around the world? And that's why I will tell you today that don't burn your opportunity for your comfort, for temporary comfort. Because if you think you want to be comfortable today, remember, there's no comfort place. You don't understand. Because I tell you that if you want to be successful, then you need to what? You need to discomfort yourself so that you can get the comfort you are looking for tomorrow. Are you getting it now? And that's just the way you have to be willing, you know, to make sure that you are discomfortable so that you can be comfortable tomorrow. Then you can see success in life comes when you simply refuse to give up with goals so strong that obstacle, failure, and loss only act as a motivation. And as a leader, this is only when success comes to you. When you refuse to give up, don't give up. Never give up. Because if you give up on your destiny and you give up on your life. And at the end of the day, there's nothing that you can do. And that's why I'll tell you today that this is an opportunity. Don't miss it. You have been passing it over repeatedly all the time. But this is the time that is coming to you again and again. Don't miss it. Make sure you get started. Pay for your registration, 17,500, and get going. Get registered and see the life that NEOLIFE can offer you. Don't forget, we are in a mission of making the world the healthier and the happier place. And don't forget, you are part of essential services in which you can make much more money for yourself if only you are will to make the money. And I wish you best of luck in your endeavor. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. And I want to appreciate my leader, Dele. Thank you very much for this platform. And I want to appreciate everyone that joined. Thank you for your time. God bless you.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Mrs. Odubela. That was a powerful one, straight to the point, and she's able to take it one after the other. Now, everybody, you could see that when you come into this organization, are you bringing your potentials to be able to do things at your own pace, and you'll be able to get the desired result. You see some people, when a presentation is done, a lot of people, wherever they are, they will say, I'm smarter than these people. I can even do better than them. But guys, do you want to hear the truth? A living dog is better than a dead lion. You are smart, but what has your smartness given you? You're smart. The only thing you use your smartness to do is to criticize the government, criticize your people, tear your families down, tear your friends down, criticize people that are doing great for themselves. Here in this organization, we are doing well based on what everybody can bring to the table. That is what makes it business. Now, at this junction, I know there are 3 categories of people now. Because after the workshop comes your decision making. Now you have to make decisions for yourself. What decisions are you making for yourself? Now at this junction, this is where the real you comes out. The first category of people are people that say, what a crap. And they say I should bring money. I should bring money. They want to scam me. Guys, if at this stage of your life, you assume that 17,500, they want to scam you, then what exactly is a scam? You went to school. You got admission. Was it free? You pay acceptance fee. You pay for school fees. You graduated. You have the certificate. You are turning the street looking for a job. Please, is that not a scam? You get the same job. You are paid the same salary for 10 years of your life. Is that not a scam? You can't even pass on your job to your children. Is that not a scam? Please, what exactly is a scam? You know? And that's the first category of people. Please, I put it to you today. You are not paying your 17,500 to fill anybody's pockets. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because we live in a world where we don't trust anybody. We live in a country where trust has been eroded. We don't trust ourselves. We don't trust our parents. We don't trust our siblings. We don't even trust friends. We don't even trust anybody. But I tell you the real truth today. It is not trust that is the problem. It is you that is the problem. You just have to find a reason to trust somebody. Now, 17,500, you don't even need to pay it to me. I'm not interested in your money. You are paying directly into NEOLIFE. Your registration is with NEOLIFE. Every one of us are all connected and partnered with NEOLIFE. So what does it mean? It means because your registration is with NEOLIFE, you are paying your 17,500 to NEOLIFE. And the moment you pay, your registration material kit is going to be packaged as a kit and it's going to be sent to your address. If you live in Lagos, good for it. It's going to be delivered to your house address. If you don't live in Lagos, it's going to be sent to your state, FedEx office in your state, and from the FedEx office, they're going to transport it to wherever your address is. Now, what does it mean? It means in that same registration kit, you're going to see literature materials that binds you with the organization. Some of these literature materials contains the policies and procedure of partnership. You know, we are bounded by policies and we are bounded by procedures. As you're coming into the organization, you're going to be bounded by policies and procedures. Yoruba people say, "Luti osofi, eshe osimbe." Now, what does it mean? It means what you do and what you need not to do are all the things that will be documented in those literature material. Aside that, you're going to see the working compensation plan. How do you even grow in the hierarchy? You know, Mrs. Odubela was trying to talk about the hierarchy. All you have had today is just a summary to get you going. Now, this literature material includes what your team is going to use to do your trainings. They're going to use to train you step by step. Another thing is, in that same registration kit, you're going to see your license, which includes your registration number, something that connects you to the company directly, and something that gives you the sense of ownership that you are building your own business. Not just that, you're also going to see nutritional brand in it. I told you earlier that the company we're in partnership with is in line with food and nutrition. Here in our organization, we project nutritional materials, nutritional information, and that is exactly what we do in the organization. So what does it mean? It means you're going to see nutritional brands in it, and this nutritional brand is worth about 14,000 naira. Now, guys, look at it. If you subtract 14,000 naira, which is like a money back from 17,500, then how much have you parted with? Then it means you're only parted with 3,500 naira. Now, at this junction, is it commonsensical for anybody to think that is being scammed or fraud with 3,500 naira? And this 3,500 naira even go for the materials that will be in your registration kit. Then where is scam coming from? And that's why at this junction, don't let anybody make you feel stupid. After this workshop now, you meet with people at home and you tell them the opportunity is wow, I want to be part of it, but I need 17,500. You see people at home will start telling you, I want to buy. You meet some people online, they say you should bring money. Please, no, get it right. Opportunity comes in disguise. Opportunity comes in disguise. So it's left for you to be able to discern opportunities and be able to know whether it is right or it's not right and get going with it. And I tell you the truth, 17,500, just like Mrs. Odubela said, you will spend it and you finish spending it. Then the question is what happens next? Now, this registration is just like you want to build a house. You can't build a house without a land. So the first thing you must do to become a builder or to have a house is for you to have a land. This is commonsensical. You need to first of all have a land before you can build a house on it. And that is why you need your registration before you can build business on it. Now, another category of people are people that says, I understand, it's okay, but I want to think about it. Guys, it's not a crime to think. But remember, when you think too much, you will think. Pastor Sam Adeyemi said, too much analysis always leads to paralysis. You will agree with me, guys, that most of the time we think too much on a thing, we end up not doing that thing. Now, what does it mean? It means in the real sense, if you really, really want to grow yourself, if you really want to grow your system, if you really want to become a better person, then it means when you are given an amazing opportunity, according to this man that owns Virgin Atlantic, he said, when you are given an amazing opportunity to do something, even if you don't know how to do it, the first thing is to take it, then learn how to do it along the line. And the team will always be there to support you in learning how to do it in the course of your trainings. So it is not a problem on how will I go about it. You always have trainings to go through, and your team will be there to guide you through step by step. And the third category of people are people who are go-getters, people who have leadership qualities, people who never say die, people who believe in opportunities, and people who will tell themselves, wow, this thing they are saying is crazy. I've been looking for it all the while. I want to start something for myself. I'm tired of being a mediocre. Now, if you're that kind of person, then you are exactly the kind of people we are looking for in the organization. What does it mean? If you have the capacity to get yourself registered, what you need to do is connect with the team that invited you to this workshop. The number that was used to send you the link to this workshop. Get in touch with that number now and send a text message across. And tell the person, I'm done with this workshop, what next? If you have the capacity to pay for your registration, they will guide you. Now, in getting yourself registered, your details need to be inputted and sent to NEOLIFE through the online channel of NEOLIFE. This is something you can even do yourself. And in fact, you can even make the payment directly to NEOLIFE account through the website yourself. But the only problem is you need to avoid mistakes because this is your registration. Whatever information you input is what your details will carry forever. And that is why we always advise that you do it in line with the person who is guiding you into the business. So once you know you are ready for the system, send a message across that you are done with the session and they will take you through. Now, in case you still have questions, these people will be able to take you through all your questions. And what you need to do at this junction is to send a message across to them and say, yes, I have questions. And once you are able to send the message across and you're able to say you have questions, what happens is that they will take you through your questions one after the other. And once they take you through the questions, they will be able to guide you through and they will be able to get you going. So what you need to do at this junction, as we are ending the session now, is to send a message across to the number that sent you the link and let the person know, I'm done with this session. What is next? Now that person will be able to call you and will be able to guide you through. Now, another set of people are people who say, I'm ready, I want to get going, but I don't have the money for registration. I'm on a lockdown. Now, for people like that, there are a lot of ways you can use to go about it, and you'll be able to get your registration done. Now, one of the ways you can use to go about it is one, you can pay for your registration bit by bit, instrumentally, while you are searching for the rest. So what does it mean? It means you don't have 17,500 for your registration, but you are serious, you have 5,000, you have 2,000, you have 3,000 to pay for your registration, you have 10,000, you can go search for the rest. Very quickly, it's okay. Connect with that same number and ask the person, how can I make what I have as commitment and get going with the rest? Now, how do you even get the rest? It's very simple. Understand the principle of OPM. Whatever you need in life and you don't have, somebody has it. So look for people that have what you need and let them help you. The widow of Zarephath in the Bible ran into troubles with her debtor, with people she was indebted to. And she went to the prophet and said, prophet, I need help. The prophet prayed to her oil, the little oil she had. And the prophet said, go to your neighbors and borrow vessels so that you can have enough vessels to take the oil and borrow as many as possible. Smart and intelligent people are full of pride. You tell them, go and borrow from people that can help you. They will say, I can't borrow. But guys, I tell you the real truth. If you don't learn how to borrow what you don't have and use it for what you need, I tell you the real truth, you can never have any. Why? Because the principle of having in life is the ability to borrow from those that have, borrow what you don't have, and get going with it. I said it earlier. You can never have all the time in this world, but you can work with people to borrow more time to what you have. You can never have all the money in this world, but you can connect with people to borrow what they have into what you need. You put your money in bank, and at the end of the month, the bank tells you they remove 200 naira from your money, administrative charges. SMS alerts. Guys, look at your bank very well, GT Bank. They have over 1 million customers. 200 naira multiplied by 1 million people. What do they have? They have over 200 million naira. You guys, you yourself that you put your 5,000 naira in bank, 200 naira subtract from 5,000 naira, your money is reducing to 4 8. Who is a wise person? See, guys, You need to understand the principle of success and don't be spiritually useless in life. You see a lot of people, they justify the reason why they are where they are, rather than them applying common sense, financial sense in getting going. See, there are a lot of things to learn in this organization because this is a business and financial world. And that is why your trainings will help you along the line. Personal development orientations will change 360 degrees. But what you need to do is to get yourself going, get yourself started, and get yourself moving. A lot of people started with the organization without nothing. And today, this is where they are. Christiana Odubela is talking to you today. I know how she started. I know how she got the money for her registration. But today, life is better. Life is crazy. She's better than who she used to be several years back. Guys, it's been a wonderful session, everybody. Just like I said earlier, to proceed after this, send a message to the number that invited you and tell the person you are done with this session what is next, and they will be able to guide you through. And just like I said, for some of you who are able to get registered today, they will process the registration online. And how do you know you are registered? If you pay 70,500, how will you be sure that that money is used for what you want it for? You're going to get a text message from NEOLIFE the moment your registration is processed with the amount you pay for the registration, which is an indicator that truly you have been put in the database of NEOLIFE. Not just that, you're also going to get a lot of things from NEOLIFE. You're also going to get an email from NEOLIFE, which is also an indication that you have been fully registered. And NEOLIFE is also going to send you your registration number through text message. Your registration number is your identity. Names can be the same, but numbers can never be the same. So your registration number is your business identity, and that is what you use to continue to grow your business. And the moment you are registered, you also have a right to the back office website of NEOLIFE that becomes your customized web page where you begin to run your business and you begin to do your business. So what you now need to do with the team in CF Lead, which Center for Leadership, is now your training. Your team will now be guiding you through one after the other. I think this has been an impactful workshop so far. And for those of us who are ready to get going, we will meet in the course of your training. Now, one of our trainings comes up today by 4 p.m. If you are able to perfect your documentations today and you are able to get going, you are committed to the organization, I'm sure your team will invite you to join the training. By 4 p.m. today, we're going to have a large house, a large training of people who are business leaders all around Nigeria. From all states in Nigeria, we'll be connecting together online today for a business meeting. And you can't just afford to miss it. You need to be there to learn a lot for yourself and to get to know that a lot of things is happening and a lot of young people are making a lot of waves for themselves. Thank you very much, guys. It's been a wonderful training. I really want to appreciate those who have been committed and stay glued with me from the beginning of this session. People like Blessing Boma, people like Aya who promise, people like Anna Midem, people like Omolara Dokas, people like Emmanuel Ola. If I'm not able to mention your name, don't think I skip you. It's because I can't mention everybody. People like Muhammad, people like Shuku Yemen. You guys are wonderful. And a lot of people made comments. Please, if you have questions, the people that will contact you will take all your questions, endeavor to ask them all your questions and ensure you get cleared about what you are doing. And I tell you the truth that the sky is the beginning. Mrs. Odubela, it's been a wonderful time out. Another thing I also advise is we're going to put the link, we're going to put the video, the recorded version of this session online. Please, if you need to watch it again, because I know most of the things that are said in this session are things that you are hearing for the first time. And faith comes by hearing and constant hearing. The more you hear about it, the better you become about it. Now, if you need to hear this again, one, you can join another session like this that will be coming up by tomorrow 9 a.m. It allows you to learn more from another person in the organization. Now, you can also rewatch this same session from the YouTube channel. Now, the YouTube link will be sent out to your team leaders or to your team coordinators, whoever is going to be training you. Request for the link and they will be able to get in touch with me probably, and they will be able to send you the link and you can take your time to watch it over and over again. But the bottom line is, I wish you the best of life. I wish you the best of being prosperous. I wish you the best of staying safe. See, this is a phase. Pandemic is a phase. And after this tunnel, we're going to see lights. But the bottom line is, we're going to see light in another directive. Who are you going to be after the pandemic? I wish you the best of life. Enjoy the rest of your day. and God bless you. Thank you very much.